Hey everybody, I'm Giancarlo.
And I'm Felicia.
This is our preview of evolution. Something we know nothing about here at Bored to Death. We never evolved.
Yes, we have. We went from standing up in front of a blue screen
to having cell phone ringing.
Luca's phone ringing to the disco era.
See? Nothing's evolved.
Hello?
In evolution, players are trying to dominate the ever-changing ecosystem. In the box you'll find a stack of cards including different abilities and traits from different species, plant food tokens and meat food tokens, small cloth string bags, and species board to keep track of body fat and population of your species. To win, you will have to grow your species and survive the dangerous ecosystem.
Here's how to set up. Shuffle all the cards and place the deck in the center of the table. Give each player a player board and put a marker at the start of the size and population tracks. They also get a cloth bag each. Place the plant and meat food tokens aside to form the food bank. And finally, give the first player marker to a random player.
Each round has 4 quick phases. Deal, select food, play cards, and feed your species. During the deal phase, simply deal each player 3 cards plus 1 card for each species they have. At the start of the game, you have 1, so you each get 4 cards. If the deck runs out, it will trigger the end game and final round. Next is the select food phase. Each player will secretly place a card face down in the center of the table. The number at the bottom right represents how much plant food will be available in the feeding phase from this card. Next is the playing cards phase. Here you can play any number of cards in your hand. You can create a new species by discarding 1 card and taking a species board with both tracks starting at 1 and placing it in front of you. You can play a trait card by placing it face up above one of your species. They can only have up to 3 traits each, and you can replace traits if you wish. At the end of this video, we will show you all the traits your species can have. And finally, you can discard a card to increase the size or population of one of your species.
Reveal the food cards which were played at the center of the table at the start of the round. The amount total is the amount of plant food tokens which are added to the center of the table. This is now the available plant food in the ecosystem. Some traits might trigger at this point, which is the player's job to activate the trait of his species. Now players take turn feeding one of their species. This goes around the table until the food runs out or until all species have been fed. Some rules must be followed when feeding. If your species is a carnivore, it means you can eat other players' species, but never a plant. When a species receives food, you add it to the track above the population track. Species must eat, so if carnivores can't eat other players' species because of restrictions, he must eat one from his own ecosystem. Carnivores can only eat species which are smaller in size, and only if they can beat the defense of the defender. If you do eat another species, reduce its population by 1 and gain 1 meat token. This is how you feed your carnivores. If ever a species goes extinct, discard all cards from it and draw the same amount discarded. Once all food tokens have been taken, or everyone has been fed, the feeding phase ends. All food from the species board is put into each player's bag. If a player has no species at the end of a round, he gets 1 new species. The leftover food, if any, stays in the center of the table, and the next player becomes the first player for the next round.
When the draw deck runs out of cards, you finish up the rounds and then calculate points. You get 1 point for each food in your bag, you get 1 point for each trait on your surviving species, and each species is worth points equal to its population. The player with the most points is the winner. We're going to leave you off by showing you all the traits in the game to give you an idea of what species you'll be able to create in your ecosystem. Enjoy, and thanks for watching Bored to Death TV. Remember, if you like it, back it.